All right, first cave that we see is not the standard wooden sword, so it looks like that all the shops and all the places have been shuffled. What we don't know yet is this first quest, is it second quest, or is this going to be the scene where we have everything mixed up?
My guess is that once one of them heads towards vanilla level 2, that'll be the first chance we get to find out unless someone gets some early bombs.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Looks like we've got a level over by the river, right east of Vanilla 3.
Yes, indeed. That is normally where you would find, I believe, the blue ring shop. This was the first quest. And it's looking like shapes, perhaps.
Yeah, definitely. Look at that. We've got a wood sword find over
Very
near
nice.
Vanilla Potion Shop.
Wow, so 1 minute in, we've got our wooden sword found already. That's a very huge find right there for AmazingToaster.
Okay, sync up time, we're at 121, 22, 23, 24, 25. We saw a book, so we can mention Boomstick. 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 3, 34, 35, 36.
You're going to have to take this one isolated. I'm going to have to restart both of these guys because I am way behind you by a good 5-6 seconds.
Alright. Can I get a real quick time, please, just to make sure that I'm good? Alright, it looks like I'm also behind by a good 5. Alright, I'm only maybe behind by a second now. Okay.
All right, you keep. Apologize. I'm having some technical difficulties here on my end. Isolated. You keep this up. As soon as I get everything loaded, I'll ask for a time sync, then we should be back to running.
Alright, so looks like we've got Boomstick going. At least one Boomstick shop down in the southwest. Meanwhile, AmazingToaster is currently going through the as of yet unknown level over by the river. And it looks like we have 0 HP. At least on enemies. I don't quite know about bosses yet. So you've got Czardia heading over to probably Vanilla Mags. Yep, that's where he's going. Is that a little bit better? And it looks like we do have at least mixed, if not second quest overworld. Don't know if Czardia checked the grave over by where Vanilla Mags is. Meanwhile, Toaster is over where Vanilla Blue Ring Shop is.
By the way, it looks like
just a staircase.
By the way, I just want to point out something, and then again, I'm just seeing this right now to get everything back up. I do see that the prices of the shops are not shuffled, and neither are the secrets. So it looks like it's standard fare for money and such.
That looks to be the case. Now, if the secrets are not shuffled, does that mean the door repair is also the same 20 rupees?
You know, I'm not sure if that is a separate flag or if that is if that goes with like the secrets or the prices. That's actually something I'm not sure of. I know that the prices of the items in the shops and the secrets are two separate flags, but I'm not quite sure about the door repair charges.
So it looks like Czardia might be going for... He's going for Grave, but I don't know if he's going for Death Mountain or if he's just going to leave the Grave area once he's done. Looks like Toaster's found that boomstick shop down in the southwest. And we have a bonus cave on Czardia's side, and we do have candles in the bonus caves.
That is very important because usually what that means is if you find a wooden sword at the beginning and it's got that blue candle with it as your option, that means that whenever you find a bonus cave, there's also going to be a blue candle as your possible choice. But if you find a wooden sword and there is no blue candle that goes with it, there will not be a blue candle to find in the bonus cave. And we see on Czardia's side, he has found the all-important letter, which he can show to whoever's running the potion shop, and he can buy some potions if need be.
That is correct, and I doubt we'll see either player do that early just because of the text issue.
Well, not necessarily. From the old format, when the text used to go really slow, yeah, they would save it until, after they have completed everything they've done. They want to save the letter and get the potion as they go into level 9. But we may see more and more people use the letter earlier in the game because the time lost now with the fast text isn't nearly as much as it once was.
That is true. Looks like the Forgotten Cave northwest of 1 doesn't contain anything useful, just a gamble shop.
Yeah, it's always good to check that Forgotten Cave because you just never know what's behind that cave. Sometimes there's something really good, and I know in one of the races I saw earlier this week, yeah, there was a very important piece of the puzzle in that Forgotten Cave. So yeah, always important to check all the caves, whether it's first or second quest possibilities.
Looks like we're getting confirmation from chat that it is a second quest overworld.
All right, so it's all second quests. None of the first quest things are open. That means that instead of seeing the dungeon in where vanilla level 2 is, you're going to see that lake where level 3 is in second quest.
Exactly. Plus, you've also got a couple more warp whistle spots open in the desert, and I think a couple around Start and Deadwoods.
All right, perfect. I've almost got everything back up. I do have AmazingToaster back up in sync, so just a couple more moments and I should be back in this race. One more time check, please, Jam. I think we're ready to go. All right, I am back in this. All right, so we're now in this race, and I do see that Czardia is in a level, and again, I think we're in shape, so the only way we're going to know what level this is by checking the Triforce after they picked it up.
Now, we also have the vanilla level 3 palette, so if this is the Triforce with level 3, that may mean palettes are not shuffled, which could also be a clue.
Yeah, and now, normally level 3 is not a segmented dungeon, but as you can see, when Czardia took that staircase, it's taking him to another part of the level. That is not normal for a vanilla level 3, so yeah, this is really leading me to believe that this is shaped, but the palettes remain the same. And if that's the case, that's going to give us a better shot at knowing what level it is. I know some of the palettes are the same, like, I think, what is it? 8 and 9 have the same palettes that we don't have to worry about. But yeah, if that's the case, that'll give us a better shot at where they're at.
So we have a Dig Dogger sighting on Czardia's side.
Yes, indeedy. And we see that AmazingToaster has found himself a new level. And look at that, we got a Stelphos consuming a heart container. He's up to 4 hearts. Now, if the white sword item is found, he has, oh, look at this, we've got an inferior model blueberry boomerang on the floor, And it looks like that Amazing Toaster is completely ignoring it. Instead, he's going to focus his thoughts on taking care of this Aquamenace, which he does, and he's just going to leave the boomerang by the wayside.
We have another staircase right next to it, so this could be level 1, if this is an item.
Very well, potentially. Well, the pallet looks like level 1, but no, it's going to take him to another part. It still could be level 1, but looking at this palette here isolated, it very well could be level 1 just by looking at the colors. And now we see there's a new level on Czardia's side, and if this pattern continues, I think we might have just found level 8.
Yeah. Let's see.
Hey, we've got ourselves a
recorder.
Yes, good item to find, because this is second quest, there is a lot of recorder spots. So that's a very useful item that Czardia just picked up.
Plus, with how quick it was in aid, it was just run in, grab it, and go.
Well, absolutely. And yeah, since this is a 0 HP enemy set, I'm actually surprised that Amazing Toaster wouldn't pick up that blueberry banana there, because at 0 HP, you could take out a lot of enemies with that boomerang. It becomes your best friend all of a sudden. I'm actually shocked he didn't go for that play, especially this early in the race.
Now, there is a possibility he could be waiting to get Lord Banana himself, but...
Oh, that's true. He might be paying a little tribute to a certain friend of ours who, by the way, is going to be doing commentary in the next race coming up later tonight, right after this one.
Yes,
Nice kill of that Gleeok right there on Czardia's side. Gets a fairy to refill his health and get some bombs for his troubles. Indeed, this is Shapes. For anybody who is doubting it now, you don't have to doubt it anymore. This is Shapes. It's time to name that ink blot. It looks like the Thunderbird with a few of its parts cut off. But because this is Jam Stream, remember, every ink blot's a cactus.
yes, and Toaster picks up the Triforce in what we believe to be 1.
Yeah, that's the first Triforce capture right there. They both have 1 Triforce apiece.
I kind of think 1 looks more like just a T that's been broken off a little bit.
Well, that's fine, whatever you think. And hey, we found our first Take Any Roads right there, and let's see if they take them to any place good.
So we've got 1 on the coast, which isn't necessarily bad. It gives a little bit easier access to that ladder item. Sorry about that.
Now, interesting enough, he has not checked any of the other Take Any Roads, unless he's checked them all, and he just blew it right by me.
Nah, I didn't catch it either.
All right, and there's a door penalty. No, that's not a door penalty cave. You would think that was a door penalty cave, but that's actually just one of those silly community hints that is just random there. So no penalty right there on Amazing Toaster's side. And one of them takes him to near where the magical sword would normally be. So not too bad of
yes.
Take Any Roads.
That is actually the second quest level 6 spot.
Yeah, very interesting indeed. Boy, look at this dungeon here that Czardia is in. That has quite a few rooms for a level 8. I mean, we're talking, we've got 7, 11, 14, 19, 21, 34 rooms in level 8. And there's a Triforce capture. Czardia has just picked up his second Triforce of the match.
Yes, it's given Vanilla 7 a run for its money.
Now, he didn't go back into there, so there's still 1 item left in play in level 8. And he's going to show the letter right now, and the potion prices are exactly the same since the shop prices are the same. The normal 68 rupees to buy a double potion. That's a good purchase in my opinion. You never know, it might just come in handy later on.
That's right, especially seeing as we haven't found a Wizard dungeon yet.
Yeah, remember, the rules for the Zelda Randomizer, at least 2 dungeons have to be Dark Nuts, at least 2 dungeons have to be the Gorilla set, and at least 2 dungeons have to be the Wizrobe set, which could potentially mean level 9 as well. The other 3 can be a combination, so we could see as many as 5 Wizrobe dungeons. That's no fun. Those
are the seeds that make you really question not picking up mags at any point.
All right, let's see. We've got a bonus cave by Czardia. He's going to go ahead and pick up the heart container since he's already got the blue candle. 4 hearts on his side of the board. Use
so that
the whistle
gives both
there.
players a... Is it a 33 or 25% chance of White Sword, given that flag may or may not be
It's
off?
now a 25% chance because there are 2 shots that it could be 5 hearts, and as opposed to 1 shot it could be 4 hearts, and 1 shot it could be 6 hearts. Finding a medium secret right there. That's 179 rupees. Now, here's another thing that you should know here, and for everybody else who may be watching the race. Because they're in second quest, there is only going to be one large secret out there. Just one. That's it.
So that might actually make things like Red Ring more valuable, because then players won't have to spend money on the Blue Ring when there's not as much money in the seed naturally.
That is correct, Isolated, but also keep in mind that there is a flag setting where the level 9 items aren't shuffled. It's your standard fare of the Red Ring and Silver Arrow. So there is still a possibility that level 9 might have those items, and in that case, yeah, pick carefully if you're going to go for a ring or go on a shopping spree for something else. But meanwhile, Amazing Toaster has just picked up Triforce, also in level 3. Now, did we find out what the item in level 3 was yet?
I don't believe he did.
And now we're going to find out. He's going back into level 3 now. Finding another potion shop right there. Now, in this case, yeah, he's going to lose a little more time because the potion message happens to be long. But again, even with the fast text, it's still not that big of a loss.
That's right. And Toaster picked up a heart container in 3.
Very good. So he's now got a 3 in 4 chance of getting the white sword item, whatever it might be, if those flags happen to be shuffled.
Looks like the final Take Any Road goes to second quest level 7.
Yeah, that's right. An interesting place for that staircase, but yep, there you go. And there is the map. So once again, everybody in chat, name that ink blot. We might find out what the item is in level 3. Nope, it's just going to take him to another part of the dungeon. We are still in pursuit of whatever the item in level 3 might be.
Well, now this could be it right here, unless he's already been in this room.
That is true. This is a double block room, but there are some double block rooms that are not pushable. We're going to find out in just a moment after he takes out this last dark nut. Trying to push the block, no good. This is not a staircase room, so try again, Amazing Toaster. Meanwhile,
looks like we've got Czardia in level 1.
Does pick up the magical boomerang right there, and that's a nice thing to have with 0 HP enemies. It gives you more opportunities to use a weapon to take out enemies.
Yes. Now it'll be interesting to see if he decides to go ahead and go for the second item while he's in here.
Might as well. There's the compass. Now he's going to try this staircase right here. And no, now remember, there was a dead-end troll staircase because there was a 1-block unit. So one of these staircases is going to lead him to a dead end. 2 different staircases in level 1. You don't see that very often for such a small dungeon. But there you go.
Yeah, normally, if you're going to have a split 1, there'll be maybe 1 staircase, but not 2.
Yeah, absolutely.
We have another double block room on Toaster's side.
Perhaps this is the one. Yes, this one does push. Maybe we're about to solve the mystery of what the item is, and it is the ladder. Oh, what an important find right there for Toaster. That's going to give him a huge edge right now on Czardia because he did not pick up the item out of level 3. And if there's a ladder block dungeon, whoa boy.
And there's also, I don't think we've seen the coast item yet.
We have not seen the item on the coast, and I don't know, I don't think that the second level 1 item has been found by Czardia. Let's see if he's going to go back in there. No, he's not. Interesting. So both players leave one of the level 1 items in there. I'm very shocked about this. Both players.
I could see it a little bit more in Czardia's case because he has the recorder, so he knows he can just come back if he needs it.
Well, that's true. I'm telling you, that second item in level 1 is either going to be something really good or something really bad. And I see that the hint prices are not shuffled. We went ahead and took a chance on the 5 rupee hint, and it was just a community hint. By the way, some of the hints, this is another flag setting. I have not seen it yet personally. I don't know if anybody else has, but there is a chance that some of the hints could be deceptive.
The only times I've seen it are just doing practice runs. But I've never seen it in one of these races yet.
Hey, Isolated. Saver's a 9 already. And he's not even racing here, but guess what? He's in 9 anyway, so we'll just leave it at that. Now, let's see what level Toaster's in right now. It looks like it could either be level 4 or level 6, but he just got bopped by that blue dark nut right there. Ouch.
I'm going to take a guess at it's 6, if the pallets aren't shuffled.
Right, and by what we have seen so far, it doesn't look like the pallets have been shuffled, but yeah, this is either going to be 4 or 6 based on this yellowish palette.
But it is a dark nut set, so it looks like the enemy sets are shuffled.
Yes, because in 4 and 6 in Vanilla Zelda 1, it is a Wizroll Pancake set, so yes, it does look like the enemy sets have been shuffled.
The Triforce in the staircase room. That's interesting.
Which means we could see a double item here. And there's a bonus cave right here in one of the whistle spots in second quest. But nope, it's just going to take him to another part of the dungeon. And he's going to go ahead and take that staircase in the hopes that he's going to find one of the important items here.
I think it makes sense because it looks like the Triforce is relatively close to start. And
look at this. He had another staircase. Potentially, he's going to try and do the block clip right here. He's got 2 darkness to contend with. They're out of his way right now, so he should have no trouble. What do we find here? Another staircase. So this has at least 2 staircases. I'm starting to think maybe this is 6. Just taking a guess here.
Given so far the size of it, it wouldn't be this surprising for it to be 6.
I mean, to be honest, it very well still could be 4. I mean, 4 still has the potential, and look at this. Need that ladder. Potentially this is a ladder blocked dungeon to get the second item, or the first item rather, the only item. But we're taking a guess here that it very well could be level 6. There's a very important heart container, but he's got himself blocked by this dig dogger. He's going to try and bomb his way out. Nothing to the east, nothing to the west, nothing to the south. He is boxed in. He'll have to retry it.
Yep.
Now we're going to finally find out what that ladder item on the coast is. But before he does that, he's going to go into this cave and get some extra money. Another 30 rupees added to his total. Now we're going to find out that item on the coast. It is the heart container. So it's the normal item that you would see in Vanilla Zelda 1. So the heart container is the item on the coast.
I'm kind of surprised he didn't go and pick it up.
He doesn't have the ladder.
Oh, that's right. Toaster has a ladder.
Only Toaster has the ladder at this time, as we can see on the indicators right here. A ladder for Toaster. Czardia has the recorder. We still haven't found the Armo statue item. I'm actually kind of surprised. We're almost 23 minutes into this race. Neither player has discovered that. I think it's because they've discovered a lot of levels, so they've not really had a chance to look behind those Armo statues. There's another 30 rupees for Czardia.
That's right. There's also the higher chance that it's just a power bracelet, which they know is required, but if they have a general knowledge of it's going to be one of the 3 Armoses in the east, which is what it looks like at this point, they may just pick it up on their way towards where level 4 would normally be.
Yeah, that's a very good
if it happens
possibility.
To be required.
Right. And we're going to see the lake here instead of the level 2 dungeon. He's going to use that recorder. Let's see if there's anything good here. No, it's a money-making game, so obviously we've got some gamblers who are living underwater. I don't know how they make that possible, but it's only a game. Use your imagination.
Zora's.
Well, that's true. If it was a Zora, maybe disguised as a merchant, I could see that. I could see that there.
Looks like we might have the item in what appears to be 6.
And the item is
the magical key.
The any key. Wow, what an item found here in level 6. Now, the only way we're going to know if it's level 6 or level 4 for absolute sure is the Triforce that's going to be indicated. So we're going to find that out shortly as he makes his way back to the Triforce. Good find there, though, by Toaster.
Yes, and it happened to be when he has 8 keys because, as we know, the game knows.
That is correct, Isolated. Anytime you have a whole plethora of keys in your inventory, the game's just like, hey, you've got enough keys. Let's just give you all the keys in the world.
We have a new level sighting on Czardia's side.
By this color palette, looks like this is level 2.
Yes. So that means he's going to be looking for an item that's just on the ground.
Yeah, that's right.
You may have to kill all the enemies, it may just be laying out in the open, or it might be consumed within an enemy, like a Gibdo.
Something tells me something tells me, Isolated, you have been watching my commentary. I'm proud of you.
Yes, I have.
Very good.
In fact, your commentary was part of what got me into this to begin with.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, and you're doing a good job so far, so keep it up. And back to the race here, we've got a trio of Dodongos here. This could give Czardia a chance to refill on bombs, which he does right there. He's going to try and bomb these walls, nothing doing, so he's going to do the trick again, get some more bombs out of these Dodongos. Perfect.
Let's see what level 2 holds for Czardia. And I imagine he's going to look for the item just because, one, it's short and he's probably going to be clearing rooms anyway on his way to the Triforce.
Sorry to interrupt there. This is one of the easiest ink blots I'll ever see. It's definitely a hunter with a rifle. He's getting ready to take down a deer or some kind of wild game. Could be Elmer Fudd.
I like the Elmer Fudd theory.
Yeah, very, very quiet. I'm hunting Wizwobes. All right, level 8 here, and he's going to discover that same recorder that Czardia found earlier, so Toaster now also has that recorder. That is one of the 2 items in level 8.
So it looks like right now, the major thing separating these 2 players is the ladder on Toaster's side.
It's a trickier level 2 than it is because there's not many avenues to get to where you need to be. Hey, the white sword! That is the item for level 2. That's a very nice pickup right there for Czardia. That doubles his attack power.
And especially given that boss HP is not set to 0, which increases the chances that Ganon's HP is not set to 0, that's actually a really good find.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, this is still a 0 HP enemy set. So yeah, the upgrade of the sword for that purpose doesn't matter. But it very well might matter when it comes to taking down Ganon. It could be a 0 HP Ganon, or it could be this normal standard Ganon fight. But guess what? Even that fight could still be shuffled.
We immediately have another level on Czardia's side.
Well, based on the screen palette, it's either going to be 5 or 7.
I'm going to go out on a limb on, say, 5.
Well, here
based
are
on
those...
red water.
Yep. Ah, yes, the water. That's right. The watercolor is different on 5 and 7, isn't it, Isolated?
Yes. And it's a Wizrobe set, too.
Yes, indeed. That's our first Wizrobe set of the evening right there. Now, here's the problem right now for Czardia. He does not have the ladder out of level 3, and that's the reason why he can't go any further to the north unless he finds a workaround, which I think he might have just found.
Yes, and he also could have just found the item, and it looks like he did.
Magic Wand, and that's a very big find here, and he's got exactly 200 rupees, enough to buy the boomstick if he were to so go for that.
And with the boomstick, that would essentially make level 9 a lot easier by not having to worry about his bomb management as much.
Especially since it's shapes. You better believe it, the boomstick would really come in handy. Because resource management in level 9, as we've seen in many races during the Zelda Randomizer tournament, have definitely come into play, and that was quite an easy dungeon right there for Czardia.
Just a quick in, get the item, and get out.
Now, we're getting early indications this might be level 5. We're going to see if he makes a check. Nope, not going to check, but it seems pretty common. This is level 5, so we're going to go with it. Level 5's item is the all-important item that you need.
Fortunately, Czardia gets hit with a door repair, and it looks like it is the standard 20 rupees.
Yep, so it looks like that has not shuffled. Yep, Magic Wand, Boomstick. Unfortunately, because he found that penalty cave, he is now short of that again. And now he's going to be even shorter as he just found another penalty cave, down to 165. Oh, that hurts.
Yes, it does. Especially with only 2 bombs, too.
Yep, 2 bombs. Yeah, keys don't look to be an issue for him, but yeah, bombs, definitely a problem, especially in shapes.
Now, the question is, will we see Toaster go ahead and make a play for the boomstick once he finds the wand if he still has that over 200 rupees?
Well, he did just find 10 more rupees to go back to 175, so if he can just get his hands on another medium secret, he'll be back in business again if he does decide to make a play for that boomstick. He did find another secret, but it's another 10 rupees, so he's still 15 short. Oh, the game knows.
Yes, it does.
All right, back here on Toaster's end, he's found another staircase. He's got a few of these dark nuts to deal with, and these nasty bubbles that are in the way. Just one more dark nut to go. Actually, that's where he emerged. My apologies there. He did take that staircase, and now he's got to deal with this four-headed Gliok. He's just going to slide right by him.
Yep, which looks like it's not going to be an issue with that shutter door, as he can just work around that.
Yep, that's right. Still in hot pursuit of that second item in level 8. Again, we do not know what that item is, and in Toaster's case, he's hoping it's worth it, because if it's not, he may realize he could be losing this race, because again, Czardia did not go after the second item in level 8, so one player decided to gamble on level 8, the other didn't, and it could very well come into play.
Yes, it could.
Now, one thing I do want to mention that I have not mentioned yet is because the boomstick was the item that replaces the most expensive shield, the rare shop. That means that instead of the book as one of the randomized dungeons, now speaking of the magic shield, Czardia went ahead and picked up the magic shield for 90 rupees. I don't disagree with that play, but it is a rare purchase that these racers make. Oh, look at this! The red ring is the second item! Oh, what an item! So, level 9 items have been shuffled indeed. With that red ring, that means his defense has quadrupled. That means the damage that Amazing Toaster will be taking is down to 1/4. Very, very nice find. Hopefully that is worth it for him. It very well could be if level 9 proves to be a doozy.
And now that he has that, I definitely could see Toaster making a play for boomstick now that he doesn't have to worry about buying the blue ring.
Absolutely. With the full 255 rupees in his stash, yeah, he's going to go for that boomstick, I would definitely imagine. And by the looks of things,
so
I
it looks
believe...
like we haven't found level 4 or 7 yet.
Yeah, that's correct. Those are the two items, or the two dungeons we still haven't found. We also haven't found level 9 yet, either.
And
by the way, I was going to finish what I said before that red ring came up. There's a bonus came for Amazing Toaster. Going to pick up that heart container to go to 8. The book that's normally shuffled as the items is going to be replaced by another magic shield. Magic shield will be found in one of the dungeons in the book's place. I do want to describe the magic shield since we don't talk about it much. These players very rarely take it. Magic shield is very useful for reflecting the Zora balls and the Wizro beams. They deflect it. Your normal shield can't do that. However, you must be careful of like-likes. If you go into a like-like and you don't break out of it fast enough, you're going to lose that shield. But because it's 0 HP enemies, these players should have no trouble breaking out of like-likes.
And the magic shield can also block the Lionel sword beams. And if second quest enemies are turned on, which they're not in this flag set, but when the South foes shoot sword beams, those can also be blocked by the magical shield.
And the boomstick has been purchased by Amazing Toaster. His magic wand has just increased its firepower tremendously.
And his stream is going to get a little bit flashy.
Absolutely, because, yep, anytime the wand makes contact with an enemy, they are going to explode. They'll deal 4 hit points of damage if the hit points matter, but again, hit points don't matter. We're at 0.
That is correct. So, looks like Toaster's heading back in the direction of the coast. Which I'm not sure if he's gone to Northeast yet. It looks like he hasn't.
No, and we haven't seen much of Death Mountain either. And again, we are still missing 1/3 of the dungeons in this particular seed.
I got a feeling we're going to see 1 or 2 up in that northwest corner.
I agree with you 100%. They're isolated. It wouldn't shock me at the very least. 35 rupees has the full complement of bombs, not enough to purchase the arrows, so he's just going to get the heck out of there and go somewhere else.
But with that, I also want to see a dungeon up at Second Quest Magical Sword.
Ooh, yes, behind that arrow. Yes, the pushable arrow. Yep, I got you. Could be. There's still a chance. Another potion shop that AmazingToaster has discovered. Nothing doing. He's got no letter. Or wait, he does have the letter. He's not showing it right now. He doesn't need the potions yet. Gonna check finally the Armo statue to see if the items are. Nope, staircase is there instead, and that is going to cost him the rest of his money.
You know, I don't think we've seen the White Sword Cave yet either.
We haven't. We don't know what the white sword item is yet, and we're more than 35 minutes in. We still do not know what that item is. That is quite incredible.
That could very well be something like the Power Bracelet or Raft, which could be blocking one of the remaining dungeons.
Yeah, agreed. And the way this has been going right now, it very well could boil down to that one of those dungeons that they're looking for is Raft or Power Bracelet required. Meanwhile, it looks like that AmazingToaster is about to stumble his way into level 2, but before he does that, he's going to bomb this cave, and unfortunately, that's going to bankrupt him again. Yeah, he's going to find 2 levels here. Level 2 and level 5 are connected, so yeah, he's going to have a chance here to get the magic wand and the white sword. He's going to do that trick here so that he doesn't waste a bomb. Remember, he does not have the boomstick. He's down to just 4 bombs.
No, Toaster does have the boomstick.
That's right. He doesn't have the magic wand. That's right. That's right. He does not have the magic wand. He will find the magic wand in level 5, though. Yes, that's correct.
Which I imagine he is going to find because he's probably still looking for the bow at this point, because we haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, we've not seen the bow. It could be in level 1, could be in level 4, could be in level 7 at this point. Now remember, it can't be in level 9. There are certain items that cannot be in level 9, and the bow cannot be there, neither can the recorder, the power bracelet, the ladder, or the raft. Those 5 items cannot be in level 9. They must be outside of level 9.
I'm kind of surprised Czardia hasn't gone back to 3 yet.
Interesting. Gonna purchase the arrows there. The wooden arrows have been purchased on Czardia's side. He had enough money, so he might as well go ahead and do that. You never know, there might be a Goma block somewhere.
Plus, they're also a very efficient way to take out the Pulse Voice, even on a 0 HP seed, because they just go right through them.
Well, Agent in chat says that bow is the white sword item. If that's the case, I have not seen it. Oh, he's taking a guess here. Okay, so we really don't know what the white sword item is yet. He's taking a shot that it might be the bow, and it very well could be. There's a decent chance that bow might be the white sword item. There's a heart container right there. Up to 9 hearts. 1 heart away from potentially having a shot at the magical sword if that's required. It would be a 1 in 5 chance, or 1 in 6 chance rather, but it'd be a chance nonetheless.
Yes, indeed. I actually am going to go out on a limb and say that the Power Bracelet's the white sword item.
Well, we'll see if either one of you is correct. So, you know what? I am going to go ahead. I'm going to take a guess here. I am going to say that the item is the red candle. I'll say the red candle.
You've got a 3-way gamble going on for this white sword item.
Yep, absolutely. And there's the white sword picked up by AmazingToaster. And right next door is the Triforce after he takes out these Zols right here. Got him. And there's a Triforce. 5th Triforce on the board for Toaster. Hey, we found another level. Looks like
it's going to be
4.
level 4.
Indeed, because we have not marked it on our map, and this is you were right so far. There's one of the 2 potential dungeons that you say is in Northwest Hyrule near Death Mountain.
Looks like boss HP is not only not 0, but it might also be shuffled based on those Moldorms.
Yeah, and level 5 is where AmazingToaster is right now, and he'll be happy to discover that the magic wand is the item here, because he's purchased that boomstick. He's going to get all that firepower now.
Potential ladder block in 4, unless it's... Oh, he's got a workaround.
Yep. Does have the workaround indeed for the time being. Hopefully there is not another ladder block elsewhere in this dungeon. Our container pickup right there.
Let's find a heart container in the Gleeok room.
Yep, that's normal. Well, not everything's going to be shuffled. And there's that magic wand. Level 5 for AmazingToaster. Nice pickup. So now you can make
Get
that
ready for the
boomstick
flashes.
go to use. There it is. Using it right now to show it off, and I certainly don't blame him. I would too.
Another potential ladder block in 4.
Look at this. 12 keys on the board for Czardia. Now 13 keys. Gotta be kidding me. He's gonna find that magical key potentially in level 6, unless he gets into that point where he gets into level 6 and he's in Triforce and Go mode. And right now, that's not the case, because, again, we don't know where the bow or the silver arrows are right now.
Although it's looking, to me, very likely that the silvers are going to be in 9.
Yeah, I bet the silvers are gonna be in 9 as well. Wouldn't surprise me the least. Probably with the wooden boomerang.
Now, there is also the factor of the second item in 1 that nobody's found yet.
Well, bomb prices have been shuffled. That is the second minimum price you can see. Anywhere between 75 and 125 rupees, only 76 rupees. But unfortunately for Toaster, does not have enough on the board. And there's the bow right here in the level 4.
That is a really good find for Czardia to have.
Yep, and with arrows in hand, he can take out those Gomas, and if any of these dungeons are a Goma block, that's really going to help him out.
Oh, he's ladder blocked out of the top part of 4.
But fortunately,
matter.
Fortunately for Czardia, that is where the Triforce is. It does not spawn across that river. He'll pick it up. That is Triforce number 6 for Czardia.
Meanwhile, Toaster goes ahead and picks up the Triforce in 5.
Yes, indeed. So that's 6 Triforces on the board for Toaster. We've got ourselves a neck-and-neck race right now. And I think we just found the last level. This is level 7 right here that Czardia is in.
So now the only
Instant
way...
Triforce!
There we go.
Wow, so one more Triforce now, and that will be all the Triforces for Czardia. Man, you couldn't have asked for a quicker Triforce. Will he go back in? Yes, he will.
Why can't every 7 be like that? Walk in, instant triangle.
Well, I don't know. But in any event, the 64,000 rupee question is, how much of level 7 is he going to have to delve? Well, this is an easy set. It's the Guria set here, but unfortunately, he is ladder blocked out of that room. He'll have to go to the right and see if he's able to make a workaround or be lucky and find the item here. Well, no item here. Instead, it's the other bomb upgrade, and he does not have enough rupees. He's going to try and bomb to the right. Can he do it? Cannot. So, looks like he's ladder blocked.
We just saw on Toaster's side that the Armos item is the wooden boomerang.
Ah, so Lord Banana resides in the Armos statue. So we can scratch that one off the board. And there's nothing else that Czardia can do in level 7. He is ladder blocked, so the all-important ladder is going to be needed if he wants that item. And if it's silver arrows, he's going to be in a world of hurt.
Or if it's an item that's blocking the entrance to level 9.
Correct. So right now, I'd have to say this is a pretty even race. Already has more Triforce pieces, but it looks like at the moment, Toaster might be better equipped to make the workarounds at this time. But again, he does not have the bow or the arrows, so that's another thing. So yeah, I'd say right now, pretty even race between these two.
I would definitely say that as well. It right now is, to me, it looks like it's bow versus ladder.
Interesting.
Or who
Czardia
has
went
what?
back into level 7, even though he was blocked. He must have forgotten, or he may have forgotten to realize that that he had no bombs. So he has to go out of there again. So that's going to lose him some time right there. Speaking of losing, Toaster's going to lose 20 rupees on that door repair penalty.
Czardia might be trying to farm rupees to get that bomb upgrade.
Oh, yes. You make a good point right there. Yes, he is farming for rupees, and I could certainly see why he would do that. Yeah, bomb upgrade. Now, if the price is shuffled, perhaps the number of bombs might be shuffled as well, because if that is shuffled, because normally when you get a bomb upgrade, you get an extra 4 bombs. There's a plus or minus 2 variance on that, so you could get anywhere between 2 and 6 extra bombs upon purchasing that bomb upgrade. Remember, he needs 76 rupees to get it.
And if it is that plus 6 bombs, that's going to help him out tremendously in 9 without Boomstick.
Certainly.
And it looks like Whistle to New Dungeons is not on.
Ah. Tell you what, we're almost 46 minutes into the seed. I'm going to read off the items that we have found so far. Level 1 has the inferior model boomerang. We don't know what the second item is. We may be about to find out shortly, though. Level 2's item was the white sword. The level 3 item was the ladder. Level 4 item was the bow. Level 5 item was the magic wand. And the second item in level 1 is the raft. Level 6 item was the magic key. We don't know the item in level 7 yet. The 2 items in level 8 were the recorder and the red ring. Lord Banana was the Armos statue item. Heart container was the ladder item on the coast. And we don't know what the white sword item is yet.
So that puts us at about a 50% chance that silvers are in 9 right now.
Currently, actually right now, at this time, about a 2 in 5 chance. A 40% chance right now because we currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 items at large. Or I'm sorry, yeah, you're right, it's 50-50, correct. We did just find the second item in level 1. So yeah, 50-50 chance because it's level 7, level 9, and white sword. So the items that are still in play, I believe we have the magical shield, we have the red candle, we have the silver arrows, and we have the power bracelet.
A good bomb upgrade purchase on Czardia's side, getting 5 bombs from it.
Excellent. That's a very good buy there. Again, it was anywhere between 2 and 6. He got a 5 bomb upgrade for just 76 rupees. Excellent purchase right there. Yes, indeed. Power bracelet cannot be in level 9. That is correct. That means that the power bracelet is either the item in level 7 or it's the white sword item.
And it's, to me, starting to look more and more like we're either raft or power bracelet blocked out of 9.
This could be one of those chain reaction seeds isolated where you may need the raft. Hey, there's the power bracelet. That is the white sword item that Czardia just found right there.
So at this point, we know where all of the potential blocking items are.
That's right. There's a 2 in 3 chance right now that the silver arrows are indeed in level 9. So it's all going to come down to the saver theorem, or as I like to call it, sabermetrics, if they're going to gamble by not going for that item in level 7. We've seen that come into play a couple times. Sometimes it's worked out for the contestants, and sometimes it has backfired. We'll see what happens here if they do find level 9. We have still not found where level 9 is.
But with these flags, we have a new factor in the saver theorem, which is Ganon going to be required?
Yes, that is true. There is a chance that Ganon is not required to win in level 9. You might find an open door to Zelda's room, and if Ganon's not required, you can just go in there, game over.
So it looks like Czardia is going back to 3 now.
Yep, and you will find that all-important ladder. Yep, there's another boomstick shop. So yeah, boomstick is not rare. In this case, it just replaces the most expensive magical shield, which, by the way, is 160 rupees. The price for the boomstick is always going to be 200 rupees if the prices are unaltered, but I do believe there's a variance. I think it's, what is it, like plus or minus 20 if those are shuffled, something along those lines, I believe.
Yeah, it's plus or minus 20 with the exception of the blue ring, which can't go over 255.
Correct.
And any item that can't go below 1.
Yep. 230, I believe, is the minimum price for the blue ring if prices were shuffled. Again, still looking for 2 dungeons. Finding the paper is AmazingToaster, the letter. He's going to go ahead, if he does find a medicine shop, potentially show that letter and buy some potion. But right now, he's short on cash to do that.
And given that he knows that shop prices aren't shuffled, I have a feeling he may not show it until he has enough to buy the potion.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's a good point. Yeah, if you don't have enough money, if you see somebody running a potion shop, yeah, you're not going to show that letter if you're short on cash. There's that silly message right there. That is not a penalty cave that Toaster found.
Sorry if anybody heard that slight buzz. That was my dryer going off.
I thought that buzzer meant I had given an incorrect fact isolated. But anyways, back to the race. Again, Czardia continuing to make his way through level 3, trying to find that item. Again, it's the ladder, a very important item to have in the Zelda Randomizer race here, especially if level 9's a doozy, because a level 9 is going to have a ton of chances for a ladder block.
Looks like Toaster is making his way into level 4.
Yep, you'll find the all-important bow in there. And there's the ladder discovery right there on Czardia's side. He'll be happy to pick that up, get it, get the heck out of level 3, and all he has to do is get to level 6, find that Triforce, and he can go ahead and make a play for level 9.
And given that Czardia's already gotten the Triforce out of 7, and Toaster's going to find it within about 10 seconds, I don't see either player looking for the item in 7 unless it's silvers and it's required.
Correct. So I'm thinking at this point, both of these players are going to gamble and hope that either silvers are 9 or Ganon's simply not required.
Or maybe even both.
True. All right, so this is level 6 right here, back to Czardia's side. Now, I think this is the only Wizrobe dungeon, and if that's the case, Isolated, I believe that automatically means level 9 is going to be that Wizrobe dungeon as well.
I would agree that it's looking very likely 9 is going to be Wizrobes, because I seem to recall 5 was a Wizrobe dungeon, but that's about it.
Yep, and if that's the only one, then yeah, 9 absolutely has to be a Wizrobe dungeon. Now, looking at AmazingToaster's totals here, he's got 12 hearts. We still do not know the location of the magical sword, but if he were to find it, he would have a pretty good chance of picking up the magical sword, which is a 2 and 3 chance at this time, and especially if they're not shuffled. There's the Triforce right there. Czardia is not going to take the Triforce right now. He's going to delve further into level 6, hoping to find the silver arrows. Unfortunately, he's going to find the magic key, and of course he's got 11 keys on his side of the board, so, you know, of course we're going to give you that magic keys because you've got a boatload of keys, but
Yep.
That's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes when you take those chances here.
But I don't think he'll skip it.
No, I wouldn't skip it either. You're going to take that key because there could be 20 locked doors in level 9 for all we know.
Yep.
There's the bow, the all-important bow picked up right there by Toaster here in level 4. And that means all he's going to do is go back, get the Triforce, and then he just has one Triforce piece left. He's got to find level 7. He does not know where level 7 is yet, however.
But he is in the general vicinity of it, so I imagine he'll find it pretty quickly.
Yep, if he makes his way to the right direction, you better believe it. And there's the Triforce capture. 7 Triforce pieces for each player. So again, we've got ourselves quite a neck-and-neck race situation. To me, I think it's going to come down to level 9 right now.
I actually think bombs will still be a factor, even though Czardia has that bomb upgrade, because of the boomstick.
Yeah, that's true. This is an interesting race situation right here. Both of these players have the magical key. Both of these players have an interesting bomb situation. Boomstick for Toaster, 13 bombs maximum for Czardia. To me, I think it's neck and neck. It could go either way at this point.
I would agree. Now, I could see if Toaster's able to find mags and is able to pick it up, that could swing momentum one way or the other.
Yeah, that's true. There's the Triforce capture level 6. That's all 8 Triforce pieces for Czardia. So now, if he does find level 9, he can go ahead and delve right in and and try and rescue the princess. Level 7 found by Toaster, and he's going to try the technique where he doesn't have to use a bomb or a key. Well, keys don't matter. He's got all the keys in the world, but there you go. He's going to use that. And with the instant Triforce, I got to believe he's going to... Oh, he's going to skip the Triforce for now. Interesting move right there by Toaster. Bomb upgrade, and he's 2 bombs short. But again, he has the boomstick, so it's not necessarily something he would need to buy.
Although I do like that he was trying to bomb the wall and accidentally blew up the old man, too, so that was something.
I bet he did that on purpose. I mean, I would, too, being 2 rupees short. And the fact that, no, I don't need your stinking bomb upgrade. I've got a boomstick. I got all the bombs in the world.
I mean, he can afford it now with that roadkill, but...
Sure. Now, because, remember, there was no ladder for Czardia when he completed level 7, so we may have an opportunity to find out what that item in level 7 is as Toaster delves deeper into it.
Yes.
Well, there's the compass. That's a useless compass right there for Toaster. He already knows what that Triforce is. It's just a room away from start.
Yep.
Nothing of interest here except a dig dogger to try and find a bomb hole, which he does. Which will just take him to another part of the dungeon. He's looking for a staircase that just might have that magical item.
Looks like we found a nice plethora of 4 shooting statue rooms, too.
Yeah, it's true we don't know if Ganon is required, but some of these players don't want to take any chances. Let's see if this... Nope, can't push that block. It is not there. Try again, Toaster. What do we have here? Today you will have moderate luck. Is that even a phrase in Link to the Past? I don't think that's one of the lucks. I think somebody who submitted that just put it there, you know, to balance things out. Because I think one of them is a little luck, good luck, great luck, big trouble, if I remember right, from Link to the Past.
And I haven't played it in long enough to remember offhand.
I don't even run the game. That's just one of those things, you know, that just sticks in your head. Pretty sure there is one? Okay. Alright, so back to the process here in level 7. Continued to make his way, trying to find that potential all-important item. Here's a double block room. Perhaps we might unlock the riddle of the item in level 7. Let's see. Behind that staircase we have the
magical shield.
It's the magical shield! Okay, so Silver's level 9 confirmed. He's going to go ahead and pick up that magical shield. Certainly don't blame him for picking that up. Again, good for blocking those Wizro beams and whatnot.
So that also confirms Red Candle is going to be a 9.
Yep, that's right. All right, at 1 hour in, I will recap to anybody who may have just joined us. Hey, level 9 has been discovered by Czardia. It is where the Take Any Road is for vanilla. And this is a good spot for level 9 because it's right next to a fairy fountain. So very good spot for these players for level 9. So power bracelet required to get into level 9.
It's like a normal 2-way 9, except you can go right instead of up.
Yep.
And it's our old friends, the Wish Robes.
Yes, indeed. Those blue Lamolas right there confirm that this is indeed a Wizrobe pancake set. And there's our good pals, the blue Wizrobes. Now, I got in about 58 minutes in, so we're going to see what kind of lead Czardia is going to have on Toaster going into level 9. Now, let's see if Toaster decides to make the play and try all the power bracelet spots, because, again, we know it. He does not know it. Power bracelet required to get into level 9. So now, if he is going to want to check these shutter doors, because if you defeat all the enemies in a set and the shutter door doesn't open, that's where Zelda is, and silver arrows are required. Ganon's required to be defeated. So he's going to want to check on that.
And chat's bringing up a good point that Toaster not only has Red Ring, but he also has Boomstick.
That's right. Red Ring and no ring right now for Czardia. That also could be a factor by getting bopped by Wizrobes and such. Because remember, getting hit by a beam from an orange Wizrobe, you lose 4 hearts. So does a Hyrule driver.
And if Ganon's required, that will become even more of a factor.
Definitely. Okay, it is 1 hour in, and JLo had asked a very important question. I will go ahead and recap all of the items that were in the dungeons. We now have the complete list. Level 1 had the inferior model and the raft. Level 2's item was the white sword. The ladder was in level 3. Level 4's item was the bow. There's the red candle. Doesn't need it for Czardia. Item in level 4 was the bow. Item in level 5, the magic wand. Level 6's item was the magical key. Level 7 had the magical shield. Level 8's items were the recorder and the red ring. The items in level 9 are the red candle that you just saw right there, and the silver arrows, which may or may not be required. Armo statue item was Lord Banana. The ladder item on the coast, the heart container, and the white sword item, the power bracelet. Those are the items that we've got in the game.
And Czardia, here's Ganon.
Yes, indeed. Unfortunately, he cannot do anything about it because he does not have the silver arrows, and if there's no way out, he's going to lose all his health because he'd have to up A.
So, I guess thankfully, Ganon was not to the north of where Czardia was when he heard him.
Right.
Okay.
Looks like Toaster's heading in the right direction. Once he pushes that block, he's going to find it. Yep, level 9. So the head start is about 3 minutes for Czardia going into level 9. So let the games begin, folks.
And I'm pretty sure Czardia now knows exactly where Ganon is because he heard Ganon's roar in a different room.
Correct. So he's pinpointed the exact location of Ganon. He just has to either find where Zelda's room is, if it's accessible, or if he finds the silver arrows, he can go ahead and take down Ganon and do it that way. This is a close race. It's still anybody's game.
And there goes one of the hints in 9.
Yeah, that's
so
correct.
9 can have 4 potential hints. You can have a hint detailing where the compass is, or rather what guards it. You can have a hint that gives you the general location of Ganon, the general location of Zelda, or the general location of the silver arrows within 9.
AmazingToaster finds that same red candle that Czardia found earlier, passes it up. Good idea. That means he's going to have to look elsewhere for the silver arrows or potential chance of finding where Zelda is, if he can find her room, whether or not it is locked.
And we also saw Ganon's traditional room earlier, so it looks like Ganon and Zelda are shuffled out of their rooms.
Which is a good thing, because if those rooms weren't shuffled, that means there's only one way to get into Zelda's room, and that is from the south to go north into Zelda's room. That means there could be a potential of 4 ways to get into Zelda's rooms, but there still is that chance. It still can only be 1.
And Czardia finds the compass.
Oh, that is a huge find. He now knows the vicinity where Zelda is, but it still doesn't answer his question whether or not Ganon is required. But he's going to try and make a play to get to Zelda's room right now. If he's able to get into that room, game over. It's going to be Czardia's match.
And I definitely would go ahead and just go for Zelda's room right now, knowing where it is.
Absolutely. He's going to try and make his way to it if he possibly can. Take staircases if you have to, because you're far away from Zelda's room, buddy.
And Toaster's also found the compass.
Yep, so both players have... This is close. It's all going to come down to who is going to take the right turns to Albuquerque. And those bombs, watch those bomb counters, folks. They could very well come into play. Again, boomstick for AmazingToaster, 13 bombs maximum Czardia, and he just died here in level 9. Ooh. Tough break. And there's where that red ring might come into play.
No, he's not.
No, he doesn't at this time. If he gets into some really big trouble, he might do that. But right now, he'll just go back with the 3 hearts. I think he should be okay at this point. But yes, indeed, that could be a very costly death right there. And this could be another death. The Blue Land Molas just sniped him. Yeah, this red ring could be the difference in this match, folks. Wow, close one. But it looks like AmazingToaster's having the same problem that Czardia is having. He is not able to find the right direction to get near Zelda's room. Looks like a staircase or 2 potentially could be required.
Czardia is able to get a lucky fairy to let him keep going on.
Yeah, good pickup right there to get a fairy. Fairy adds 3 hearts to your health. So yeah, getting those fairies, huge finds. He's already been there. Yeah, you've already been there, Czardia. You don't need to be going back. You got to mark those maps. Yeah, they're both pretty much in the same vicinity right now. Just took a staircase to Czardia. That is not going to get him any closer to where he needs to be, though.
And we're
They're
getting
actually
a
giving high fives
going.
right now. They're in the same room. Yep, they are in the same room right now. Going to take the staircase to go back, and Toaster's going to be disappointed to learn it's not going to really take him anywhere. Another staircase for Czardia. Let's see where this one takes him. This is a Swiss tournament. Ooh, that does get him closer, Czardia, but oh, he dies again and not having it. He was trying to get that potion ready, but he lost all of his health before he could use it.
Oh, he does have a red potion.
Yes, he does. And he is this time going to refill his health at the fairy fountain. Good idea. That should give him a better shot of excavating level 9. Right now, AmazingToaster still having no luck getting anywhere near to where he needs to be to get to Zelda's room. And again, we still don't know if Ganon is required to get to Zelda's room. Because again, neither player has gotten even particularly close. I mean, Czardia just did, but he got killed by those whiz ropes.
You know, I wonder if killing an enemy with the boomstick bomb explosion will force bomb drops.
I would imagine it would. I don't know for sure. I'm someone who might be more proficient with this game would give you a better answer. It does. All right. It does give you a better chance. It does force those bomb drops. But again, the only reason you would need bombs at this point is if you're trying to attack enemies from close range.
This looks like a really linear 9 so far.
Yeah, absolutely. This is definitely amazing. Ooh, AmazingToaster has found the. Oh shoot!
Shoot room.
Oh, can you believe this mess? And there's a bomb hole to get to that. I think Ganon is not required. I believe that connects to Zelda's room. Ganon's not required, I don't think.
That's what it's looking like.
Yes, I believe Ganon is not required because you're able to bomb there. Because if Ganon was required, you wouldn't be able to bomb there. So all you guys got to do is find the workaround, and it's his race, and he's just a room away. Is it there?
But can he bomb to the south?
If he can, he's a winner. Let's find out. He's bombed to the south. No good! Oh, so level 9, not as easy as we all think. That's why we like to call it the Great Equalizer. Remember, Czardia had a 3-minute lead on Toaster coming into this, and Toaster thought he had this race won. He still might have this race won, but he might have to go with the workaround. Let's see if he's able to get through another angle. I think there might be only one way to get there, because even though there's multiple ways to get to Zelda's room, I think technically there's only one way to get to Zelda's room from the south, because you can't get there from the east path because that's the old shoot room. So there's only one way to get to Zelda's room, folks.
That is correct, especially given that she's on the left side of the map.
Oh, he may have found it if he's able to bomb to the north. No!
He is not.
Oh, gosh, game, why?
Oh, this 9.
Oh,
we might be looking at a magical staircase at this point.
I'm starting to think that there might be yet another staircase that's going to put him one room away from where he needs to be. Ah, can you believe this mess?
And some more wizrobes for good measure.
Wow. Unbelievable. This is one of the trollier 9s you will ever see. Not because this is a hard level 9, but this is a freaking maze. That's the reason why this is a troll level 9. You think you're one room away from victory, and the game says, nope, we have secured this spot good. You're definitely going to have to work your way around it.
But at least he has the boomstick, so we can take care of the wizards from a distance now.
True, but unfortunately, that staircase is not going to get him close to where he needs to be. So, yeah, right now, it's all going to come down to, at this point, who is luckier to find the items. Now, because Toaster knows that Ganon's not required, if Czardia finds the silver arrows, that's going to set him back, because then he's going to probably go back and try and beat Ganon. That's my guess at this point, considering how much of a maze level 9 is. We'll see, though.
So it looks like AmazingToaster has looped.
Yes, he has. back to that old shoot room. Again, there's only one way to get to Zelda's room. It's from the south. And it looks like magical staircase is required to get there because he was 2 rooms away at one point from the south and he couldn't bomb north. So yeah, it's really starting to look like magical staircase.
Now, could it be possible that Ganon is blocking the magical staircase even though he's not required to open Zelda's door?
Maybe. That is a possibility. You just never know. But here's a spiral staircase, and there's the map as well. So we'll see if the staircase takes him to a particular spot that's going to get him closer to where he needs to be. Let's find out. That is not where the silver arrows are, but is it going to take him to where he needs to be? Survey says, maybe. Yes, it is. No, it's not. Yes, it is.
What? Oh, wait, you can bomb.
You have to bomb.
Yep.
You have to bomb your way through. There is no doors. It's all bombs. That's it. Zelda has been found by AmazingToaster. That's going to wrap it up. Toaster is your winner for this race. Boy, what a crazy level 9.
That magical staircase, though.
Yes, indeed. Wow, what a way to get to level 9. No doors. So, I mean, Zelda was pretty much trapped in, but guys who made those bomb holes there didn't do a very good job with securing those areas. But yeah, no doors. You had to bomb your way through. So, yep, bomb required Zelda room. How crazy is that? And looks like we do have our winner in the commentator's booth. AmazingToaster, congratulations on your victory today. Go over this seed with us.
Thank you. I was kind of worried at the end when I was down to level 4 and 7 left. I was down to level 7 left to find when I found the power bracelet in the White Sword Cave, and I was like, where is this thing at? Is it in the level? And by that point, I already knew silvers were going to be a 9, but then once I got into 9, I got to that shoot room, and I shot across, and I saw that the bomb hole opened, and that was Zelda's room. So I was like, okay, I don't need to worry about silvers. I don't need to worry about Ganon. I just got to find the way to get to her room.
And unfortunately, right now, as we see Czardia in that same shoot room, he does not have the boomstick. He unfortunately did not have enough money to buy that book that gave him the boomstick. So he's not able to discover that you don't need the silver arrows. You don't need to defeat Ganon to beat the seed. So that proved to be one of the differences. Another difference is you had red ring, Czardia doesn't.
Yeah, I had very few items when I got into 8. So I was like, okay, let's dig through this level, figure out what it's got. It's got 2 items. Who knows? The silver arrow could be deep in 8. So I don't have much. Let's figure this out. And then I had to go back to 1 because I knew 1. I had 1 marked as 1 for a while, and then I marked it as 2 when I found only the floor item. And I was like, wait a minute. Once I got into 2, I'm like, this is 2. That was 1. I never found the under item. It was the raft, but so it didn't really matter in the end. But
yep, raft not required. That's correct.
But it was good to go back and just cover my bases.
Absolutely, yep. And the silver arrows, of course, were in level 9 indeed, not required for this particular seed. And unfortunately for Czardia, he thinks he's close to finding the path to Zelda's room, but in fact, there's only one way to get to Zelda's room, just like there normally is.
It looks like all around that magic staircase, you're completely cut off. That's one of the crazier level 9 setups.
That's a perfect way.
See.
It's a perfect way to describe it. It's not a hard level 9. It's trolly in the sense that you have to work your way around the maze to find where you need to be. But this was not a hard 9.
No, not because it was 0 HP enemies and I had the boomstick, so I was just melting through whiz robes.
Yeah, and once again, and a lot of these races I've done, reverse C ends up being the ticket to winning this race, and the reverse C staircase was what got you the pot of gold in this one.
Yeah. I'm just glad to have one in the books.
Yeah, congratulations. Yeah, it's always good to get that first win under your belt. Isolate, do you have any words for our champion for this race, Toaster?
I do want to ask, When you went back to level 7 after seeing the Triforce early, were you just wanting to make sure that you knew the silvers were 9, or were you looking for something in particular in 7?
I was sure they were 9 at that point. What was in 7? The shield. I don't remember why I went deep in, because I did want to make sure that silvers weren't in 7. Yeah, that had to have been it, because at that point that was after I had because I got the power bracelet right before I went in, so I was like, oh, okay, it can't be, the power bracelet's not there, so there's still I'm out of required items at this point.
By the way, Czardia just found the silver arrows. He's picked them up. He's probably going to go back to Ganon, just in case that he thinks that the magic staircase might be behind Ganon. He's going to discover the disappointment that it's not there. But it does, he's going to try and get this seed completed, and I certainly don't blame him. Be a good sport about it. Get this seed finished up.
Definitely.
Neither of you found the magical sword. I mean, it very well could have been raft required, and there's Zelda's normal room right there. So we'll never know if your 12 hearts would have been enough to pick it up. But again, you didn't need it. I mean, given that was 0 HP, Ganon not required. But hey, you never know when the Ganon hit points are going to be shuffled. But yeah.
The only thing that was kind of goofy with hit points is that bosses had random HP.
Well, I just got word Czardia did find the magical sword location. You did not.
I know I didn't find it.
I'm looking at Czardia's stream, and it looks like he just has white sword.
He doesn't have enough hearts.
Yeah, white sword was on the way to the Triforce in 2, so that was an easy pickup.
Yep, indeed. Well, here's a rarity. Both of you picked up the magical shield because, again, Boomstick is the flag here for this particular race. But yeah, both of you ended up picking up the magical shield. That's something you don't see every day.
It's kind of a rarity to have a magical shield in Randomizer, unless you're playing something like one-hit KO.
That and Holy Grail as well. Oh yeah, that's right. Czardia was the one that bought it. You were the one that picked it up in the dungeon. I mean, either way, you both had a magical shield.
Yeah.
If he's back to that shoot room, again, there's only one way to get to that. We know the path. He's got to find that reverse C staircase, take it, and that's going to get him the path to where he needs to be.
Yeah, I didn't have the wand when I bought the boomstick. I was like, you know what? I think I was full of money. I was like, whatever I find next, I think it was I had no arrow. I never had an arrow, and I had no, I didn't have the boomstick. I was like, the next shop I find that's got something I can use, I'm gonna buy it. And it happened to be that boomstick book, I think, right by the desert there.
Now he's going to face off against Ganon right here. Again, little does he know he didn't need to defeat Ganon, but again, without the boomstick, there's no way of knowing exactly the path. There's just the one way to get to Zelda's room. Now, with the white sword, we'll see if it's a 0 HP Ganon. It is 0 HP Ganon. So he's going to pick up the Triforce of Power. Now, the only thing he has to do is make his way to Zelda's room. And again, it's a very difficult path to get to her room. Again, he has to find the reverse C staircase. Not this one. There's another reverse C staircase. Because the reverse C staircase, I seem to remember, was a little tinted.
It was,
yeah.
I want to say up on the very north row of the dungeon.
Yeah.
Thankfully, he does get a bomb drop here because he was starting to get a little low.
That's right. And again, he does not have Boomstick. He has the maximum 13. Yeah, bomb upgrades, if you were curious, Toaster, give you an extra 5 bombs.
Oh, that would have been nice, but I had the boomstick by that point.
Yep, by that time, they're pretty much obsolete. You don't need those bomb upgrades, absolutely. Yeah, that is a very interesting fact. 8gen just posted in chat, of the 9 races that we have seen so far, 7 of them had 9 hold the silver arrows. Because again, that is one of the possibilities. So there's always a 50-50 chance of the normal level 9 items of the silver arrows and the red ring. So you're going to see a higher amount of silver arrows being level 9 because of that. It's going to be a greater than a 50-50 chance.
That also increases the possibility of red ring being in 9, which in a tight money seed, you might see both players going into 9 with just no ring.
Yep, no ring or blue ring, depending on what the money situation is, depending on if this is a poverty seed or if this is like a King Midas seed where you can find all the money in the world.
Looks like Czardia is starting to head in the right direction.
Yeah, so all he's got to do is find that room that's got the... unfortunately, he does have to play the new famous Hylian game show, Find the Bomb Hole.
It's a frustrating game to play.
It really is, especially when it's shapes, yeah. And especially if you don't have
Especially if you get the enemy drop group shuffled, where your bomb-dropping enemies are suddenly nowhere to be found.
Yep, that's right.
I saw that map right at that, I think it was that spiral right before Zelda. No, there was a spiral somewhere that had the map, and if I didn't end up in a place where I really wanted to be, I was going to go back through and pick up that map to see what the layout of this level looked like.
Oh, that's right. It wasn't reverse C. It was a spiral.
Yeah, it was
staircase.
a spiral. It was a spiral right before Zelda.
Ah, yes, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Oh,
based on the fact that it was tinted, it probably had been swapped with a dark rim. That was no longer dark.
Yes, that's right. When it's tinted like that, that means it's normally a dark room, but it was swapped out. Yeah, that's what that means. Ah, good to know. Yeah, this is looking like one of those great equalizer type level 9s right here, because he could have had a 20-minute lead on you, and you still would have won.
Yeah, having in a seed where you have boomstick available, you want to have it going into 9. It makes clearing out 9 so much easier.
Absolutely, and in a particular level 9 now, of course, not all level 9s are like this. Not all level 9s are created equally. In a level 9 like this, where you've got that shoot room, and you can use the boomstick to make a shot to see if you can get to a room where Zelda might be, yeah, boomstick is everything. And I think, in my opinion, that plus the red ring helped you as well. Those two factors, in my opinion, decided this race.
Yeah,
and especially given that we have shapes, that just increases the value of boomstick even further.
Most definitely isolated.
Czardia out of bombs.
That is not a good place to be when you're in level 9. Remember, one of the keys in level 9, resource management. When you're down to 0 bombs, that is a very, very sickly feeling to have when you're in a dungeon, especially when you don't know the way to get to Zelda's room. It's tough.
Hopefully he'll find some wizard rooms soon.
Well, he's going to get out of level 9. He has to buy some bombs. And remember, he can get as many as 13 bombs because he had the bomb upgrade. I would imagine he's going to go ahead and purchase as many as he possibly can.
Definitely. Especially given his money situation.
Yep, that's right. By the way, in a few minutes, there's going to be another race that's going to be starting. Zeb Gedney versus Bent Glass Tube. That's going to be, we have an approximation start time of 11 p.m. Eastern, 10 o'clock Central. Z-Man and Cyber Chaos X are going to be the two commentators for this race. So definitely want to stick around here on JamEvil's channel for that final race of the quintuple header. Remember, we have a sextuple header tomorrow, Sunday, 6 races starting at 2 p.m. Eastern, 1 o'clock Central, and working your way through 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Central for the final race. Should be a good day of Zelda Randomizer action.
And if those races are as good as this one, it's going to be a fun
Oh,
day.
you better believe it. This was definitely a good race right here. Again, it all came down to the Great Equalizer, level 9. Again, Boomstick and the Red Ring, particularly the Boomstick, was what the difference was in this race. Otherwise, I think this might have been a much, much different story.
It definitely looked like going into 9, it was going to be maybe a 30-second difference.
Yep, because, again, Czardia had a 3-minute lead going into level 9 on Toaster, and Toaster's going to end up winning by, it looks like, more than 20 minutes.
Thankfully, though, 9 is relatively close to start, so we can just do the quick walkover.
Yep, because he's gone ahead, he's purchased his bombs, he's now got the maximum 13 bombs, he can make his play back into level 9. I would imagine he's going to fill up on his health first. We'll see if he does that. I would if I was playing. Yep, he will.
And it just makes sense to do. I mean, it's right here. It takes maybe a couple seconds.
One key part about this race, the Boomstick. Remember, there was a time where Czardia had the 200 rupees where he could buy a Boomstick. But when he found those 2 penalty caves, that changed his strategy right then and there. And in my opinion, I think those penalty caves ended up costing him really dearly.
I would definitely agree, especially given that they were right as soon as he got out of, I think it was 5, right as he had that 200.
That's correct. It was level 5.
And I'm pretty sure he had found a lot of the medium secrets at that point.
And also, late ladder didn't help his cause either, because he found the ladder, the item in level 3, very late. I mean, it wasn't as big of a factor, in my opinion, as the Boomstick, but that was also another thing that tripped him up a little bit there, too.
I'm looking back on the scene, and it didn't seem too heavily ladder blocked.
No, it didn't. I think there was just the one.
So while it definitely would have been good to have, I would have to agree that the late ladder wasn't as big of a factor.
Not at all. But yeah, it's a shame some of these level 9s have to turn out this year, because Czardia played a really good race. He did a really good job. It's just level 9, it doesn't matter who the player is in level 9. Level 9 is going to control the living daylights out of everybody. It doesn't matter who you are.
Most definitely, and I'd actually say both players played really well in this race overall.
Agreed.
I think at this point he just needs to start bombing every wall.
Yeah, again, I
Oh,
don't
he
know.
hasn't gone through this key door.
No, and I see him to now. He's going to the south first. He's going to get through that shoot room, but
Wait,
I.
Is there
wait a
another way?
minute. There's the other way in. Yes,
Oh,
that's
wow.
the second way in. No one bombed there, so that's all he needed to do. So that magical staircase wasn't required after all. There was a workaround. They just didn't find the bomb hole, and that's why Hylian's famous game show, "Find the Bomb Hole," is taking the world by storm, and that will do it. Zelda has been rescued by Czardia. His race is complete.
You know, I'm kind of curious as to who puts all of these bombable walls in to be weak at one spot and then strong everywhere else.
I'm just going to go ahead and say it. Acme Company.
Yes, definitely.
Official time, 1 hour, 28 minutes, and 22 seconds. So the win ended up being a total of 17 minutes and 38 seconds for AmazingToaster. So he's got himself 1 point, but Czardia is definitely not out of the tournament yet. He will still have 3 more races, and he'll still have the opportunity to make it to the round of 16. He could still get those 3 points.
Oh, definitely. And given how he played tonight, I don't see him having a lot of issues getting to that.
Yeah, because if you get at least 2 points, because remember, at the end of the 4 races, a win counts as 1 point, and the very the very, very, very rare tie that's elusive to everybody is worth half a point. If you have at least 2 points, you get a chance to get in via the play-in race, and the highest scorers there will round out our field of 16 going into the knockout stage. See if we get an interview from Czardia, or if that is going to do it for tonight. Again, very shortly, there's going to be another race right here on JamEvil's channel, the final race of our quintuple header.
You got about the same luck I did with bomb balls, so don't feel bad about it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Again, shapes, it's a killer finding bomb walls and shapes. And not just level 9, but everywhere.
Yep. Especially if it's... It was pretty spread out. I actually think that the bombing issue, on top of being bad in 9, it's worse in dungeons like 2 and 3, where you know that there's a lot of bombable walls.
Yeah, that's right, because I know level 2 has a lot of bombable walls, because it's the way to not waste your keys in level 2, because I know when I play this game myself, I always make a notation, avoid the eastern part of the dungeon, because there's nothing there except the magical boomerang, which I don't need when playing this game. And it looks like we do have Czardia in the commentators booth. Czardia, that was a very good race for you, but go through that level 9 with us.
Basically, that's just Zara level 9, guys. If there is a single bomb wall to miss, I will miss it every single time.
Yes, indeed. There's actually 2 ways to get to where you needed to be, and you found the one that we didn't expect.
Yeah, it was found a bit too late, though.
Yeah.
You got power bracelet way up in the northwest, and it's required, and things were just kind of skittered about. I had ladder at 52 minutes. I skipped it, thinking I'd save time. Again, it's just that's Czar luck. It's it's undeniable.
Absolutely. Now, do want to let you know, you actually did get to level 9 first. You had a 3-minute lead on Toaster, but yeah, it just came down to the routing in level 9. This was a tough level 9.
It was pretty linear level 9. I had some costly deaths there too, spawned in the Wizrobe room there, and couldn't get turned around to block the beam. Yeah, just luck, that's all.
All right, big question I want to ask you is, when you came out of level 5, you had exactly 200 rupees, but you ended up losing 40 of them to penalty caves. Were you thinking about purchasing the boomstick after you came out of level 5 with those 200 rupees?
It did cross my mind, but as you saw, I went for arrows, thinking they might be required, and it was the wrong move. It's I seem to make the wrong move at every interval here.
Yeah, it's one of those things. You got to take the gambles. Sometimes the gambles you make pays off, and other times, sometimes they just didn't work out. Yeah, boomstick would have come in handy, because that was how a Toaster was able to find that the silver arrows were not required, because in the shoot room, he used the boomstick across the chute and bombed the western side. The bomb hole came, and that's how he knew silver arrows weren't required.
Yeah, I lost quite a bit of time too trying to farm those rupees to get the bomb upgrade in the northeast.
Yeah, the bomb upgrade was good. I mean, only 76 rupees and 5 bombs total. But yeah, boomstick turned out to be the big difference in this race. But still, you played a really good race. You're definitely a high caliber player, and of course, you're definitely not out of the tournament yet. We will definitely see you later on, and you'll still have an opportunity to make it to the round of 16.
Yeah, we'll see how I do in the next bracket. I mean, my luck can't get any worse. It's got to break at some time, right?
Of course. And do you have any other questions?
I just want to say that with the luck, it's weird. You hit like this one spot where it's like, okay, doesn't get any lower, and then it just suddenly shoots up, I found.
That's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm going to need if I'm going to get a next win in the next round in this tournament. But congratulations to Amazing Toaster. I'm sure he played well. 110, I think, was a pretty good time considering the seed. And my hat's off to him. Well done, buddy.
All right, good race, both of you. Congratulations, and good luck in the next race to the both of you. And enjoy the rest of the tournament races tonight and what we've got in store tomorrow. We got 6 races tomorrow, so enjoy them.
Busy day tomorrow. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed that, and better luck next time. That's all I can say.
Congratulations to both racers. You all have a good night. Enjoy the rest of the races. Hopefully tomorrow will be good.
All right, we're going to wrap this